Looking at Amazon here on the daily time frame, you can see that price has been jostling around a lot from just about 1,000 down to about 933 roughly. Just kind of going back and forth here through the summer doldrums and everything. So, and then look at this major rejection of price over here at the 1019 area. That's pretty huge. So, is price starting to do something new here? Possibly. That was a pretty major rejection as we see price retesting this nice blue zone. And that retest right there actually turned this zone from a nice aqua color into this blue color as the zones are interactive with price. So as price is coming down here, I'm looking for price to find a little bit of support right around in the 9.6 area. But overall, I want to see price come down here and retest the lows at like 9.30 and obviously the bottom of this daily demand zone at 9.27. So I think that's very easily doable for price to come down here this week. And it's too early to say that we're in a downtrend right now. I would say that we're going sideways. Technically, we've been going up, or we've seen price going to the upside. Now we're going sideways, and we're still in that sideways chop from, again, like 1,000 down to about 930. So I'd like to see price continue to move to the downside this coming week. Looking over here on the 60-minute time frame, I just want to point out some support and resistance, actually some support in this case, that price is going to be seen as it comes down into the 930 area. So you can see all of these, I just outlined kind of the bottom of the big daily zone there. And you can see all the nice aqua levels down here, starting at about 947 all the way down to 931. You can see three different nice little aqua levels there, and it's going to continue to chop through those levels. So continue to expect to see price come down here, pop back up, do the typical wave motion that price does as price moves down into the 930 level this coming week here. Looking at Google here on the daily time frame, you can see that price is giving us a nice little retracement back here into the 962 zone. It goes all the way down to about 947. As we see price retesting this area, I think this is just a nice little pullback. This is a brand new fresh support that we have, or fresh demand that we have here on the daily time frame, as you can see by this aqua color, again highlighting how fresh these levels are. So brand new fresh level, and we can easily see price come back up here into the highs at 997. Just a nice little pullback here, so I'm thinking we're going to see a nice little check mark trade as price continues up in the upward direction on this market. Now, something to point out, during the summer months, you can see price really moving along here in the nice chop fashion as it typically does in the summer months. And we just broke out to the upside, so I think this is just a nice little pullback and the next leg kind of formation that we're going to be seeing here on Google. Now, is it going to move up just this nice and easily? I don't know. But this is a beautiful retracement area to get into the uptrend as it progresses. Moving down into the hourly time frame, just looking at some support and resistance type concepts, we have a nice little support zone starting here about 955 down to 950. We'll just call it about 950. So as price comes down in here, be looking for price to bounce off of that level. Then also on the flip side, or on the supply side of things, look for price to experience some resistance up there about 995 up to the highs there at 997. That's the only resistance zone in confluence with the supply zone that we have up there at the upside. So those two areas would be two areas that I'm looking for. Again, I would like to see something like this happen this week, where we bounce all the way down, touch the zone, and then start to push into the highs once again. I think that would be most awesome. That would be amazing if that happened. However, I'm kind of expecting price to maybe come up here and do this one as well. So I'm thinking one of those two scenarios are going to play out here. More than likely, this type of scenario where we see a immediate retest of the highs here this coming week.